In this video, we're going to be talking about Tatsu at Six Flags Magic Mountain. This is the tallest B&M flyer in the world, and it's also a terrain coaster, which makes this a very interesting ride. Many people consider this to be the king of flying coasters, at least in America, and in this video, I'm going to be discussing whether this actually is the king of flying coasters or not. So, you get into your trains, you go into the flying position, and you do a little S-bend, then you go up the lift hill. This lift hill is actually fun. Usually lift hills are like the part of the ride that's kind of boring while you wait for the actual ride to happen. But this is on a flying coaster, and this thing is huge. So you're going up this lift, it's a pretty steep lift hill, and you're just staring straight at the ground the whole way up, getting higher and higher and higher and higher above the park. And it's a lot of fun. And you go down your twisty drop, not a very steep drop, but you pick up a lot of speed, so there's that. And then you go into a corkscrew, and the general theme with Tatsu is that it's just very, very big, it's very graceful, and it's very smooth. So this corkscrew, you just kind of soar through it, and then you turn, you soar in through a heartline roll, and you're just like super high up above the park, so you're just soaring over the trees. It feels like you're flying, and then you do a couple overbank turns. Again, gives you that sensation of flight because you're really high up over the park. And it's a lot of fun, although it's not anything crazy. What is crazy is this next element, the pretzel loop. This is where Tatsu goes from big, floaty, graceful B&M to actually trying to kill you. Like, you hit this thing, it's huge, and then you just fly down to the ground, and as you're at the bottom of this thing, it feels like an elephant is sitting on your chest, like you're just slammed into the back of your seat. One of the most intense moments of positive G-force on any roller coaster. And you go into another zero G roll and floaty, very high above the park. This one's like more above the pathway, and you go into a helix and pop up into the brakes. You actually get a little bit of floater airtime if you sit in the front, which is cool. You don't really get airtime on too many flying coasters. Yeah, you go through your first brake run, you dip down, and then you go into the final brake run. Tatsu is super fun. If you like big, graceful roller coasters that aren't too intense, this is a good one for you. It does have that pretzel loop, which is a really intense moment, but most of this ride is just very, very graceful. For me, this isn't the kind of roller coaster that I tend to really like. I tend to prefer rides that are just maximum intensity, maximum ejector airtime the entire ride. So Tatsu isn't really targeted at me, but it's still a lot of fun. It's nice to just soar over the pathways of the park, and it's a good ride. Tatsu is a great ride. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 for the overall score. It's not perfect, and this isn't just like the reason it's not getting a 10 is this isn't really the type of roller coaster that I give 10s to. It's just fun, and that's really all there is to it. It's my third favorite roller coaster at Six Flags Magic Mountain. I prefer X2 and Twisted Colossus, but I take it over everything else in the park. And comparing it to other flying coasters, this is my third favorite flying coaster. I prefer Flying Dinosaur and Acrobat, but I'd take it over like the Superman Ultimate Flight clones, the Vekoma Flying Dutchmans, and obviously the Zamperla Valairs. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this. Get here first thing though when you go to Six Flags Magic Mountain because this thing pulls huge crowds. So if you don't get here like right when the park opens, prepare to wait.